Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be doing a review on the LEGO Ghostbusters. Now I didn't even know they made Ghostbusters stuff. This was the only Ghostbusters stuff that was at the LEGO store, so I'm not sure if there's more than this or if this is it. But if this is it, that's fine because this is really awesome. It's got the cart, it's got all the little minifigs for all of the Ghostbusters as well. It would be cool if it came with some of the ghosts, but I don't think it does. So this is set 21108. It's 508 pieces, ages 10 and plus. These are the minifigures that it comes with. It comes with Stance, it comes with Spangler, Venkman, and Zeddemore. And that's really awesome that it comes with all four of those, and they're custom too, which is really cool. On the back of the box, we get a little picture of how it'll look from a different angle. Of course, it's not going to actually shoot the green stuff out of their guns, but that's fine. And we've got the thing on the ground too that sucks the ghosts in. And you can get a nice little view of the back of his backpack thing as well. So I can't wait to put this together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together in time-lapse. The time-lapse is going to be on a completely separate video though, so I'll just do a review in this one. So I'm pretty sure you've already seen the video for that. If not, there's a link at the end of this video where you can watch the time-lapse of that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I have filmed the time-lapse, and it actually comes with a little Lego stand for all of the Ghostbusters themselves. And I didn't really notice this at first, but each of the Ghostbusters has the initials written on their chest right there, and that's pretty cool. It was kind of fun matching up the faces with those as well and figuring that all out. And here we can see all of the faces. There is two faces, and I'll go through the other ones after this, but you can see the faces of the minifigure Ghostbusters. And here are the alternate faces. As you can see, they're a little bit scared in this one. I guess they've seen a really big ghost, and they don't know what to do about it at this point. So it's cool that these minifigures do have two faces. So if you wanted to set this up sort of as a theme, you would be able to have reaction as well. You can see this one here has a walkie-talkie. There's two walkie-talkies for two of them, and we've also got their backpack that holds the ghosts and stuff. And we've got the cable here that runs down. We've got a nice printed decal on the back. It's a decal! Don't worry guys, people in different parts of the world say things differently. I remember I said decal in the last video, and one guy in particular really got upset about it, I guess. I don't know. People pronounce things differently depending on where you're from. So where I'm from, it's decal, so it's decal or decal, but it's printed on here. It's not a sticker, so that's really nice. And this is all put together with Lego as well. It's not just one piece. So the minifigures are really awesome. And I really like how it comes with this stand that you can build as well. I mean, it sort of makes it seem like it's a collector's piece or something like that. And then, of course, it just stands. But I've got the camera on the top right now. But I really like the minifigures. This is a really big selling point for me on this set. Alright, now on to the car. A lot of people have asked in the comment section if I can tell you how long it took to build. It's very difficult for me to kind of give you a good estimate on how long it took me to build these because I'm filming at the exact same time, right? And so I'm setting things up, I'm finding pieces, I'm gathering it. But with filming and everything, this took me about 2 hours or so, maybe 2.5 hours. So if I was not filming, it probably would have taken me quite a bit. You know, it wouldn't have taken me very long at all, probably an hour and a half or so, maybe just over an hour to build this thing. I think it looks really, really good. There's a lot of detail. Being a huge Ghostbusters fan when I was a kid, I had to get this. I mean, I can't say no to stuff like that. This is sort of like a theme thing, and it's cool because, I mean, Lego obviously is, you know, it's very prone to, you know, franchising other franchises. You know what I mean? Like they go after Star Wars, they do a bunch of Star Wars stuff, which is really cool, and Lego cities and things like that. But it's they haven't you know, taken the time to do little single stuff that used to be big franchises very often. I mean, Ghostbusters was a huge franchise, and as far as I know, there's only this one out. I haven't been able to find anything online. If anything has been, I think it's been discontinued. Either that or I'm not looking very hard. So some of the details that you'll find on the Ghostbusters car itself is obviously the logo, and that's on both sides. And I think that's really cool. And I looked at a picture of the Ghostbusters car on the internet, and it's placed properly, which is really, really good. On the bottom, you've just basically got, you know, your standard wheels and stuff like that. They turn as an axle, meaning you turn one wheel and they both turn. So that's good. and it's got an antenna, and this thing moves. You can move it however you want. And I was actually really surprised that they added in little windshield wipers. So these are actually just the little joysticks that you would find in spacecraft, Lego, and stuff like that. But these are supposed to act as windshield washers, and I think it's a really cool little addition to the vehicle itself. And here we've got like a spotlight. This can come up and down. It's got a little bit of movement, and the front end looks really cool as well. It's very accurate for the actual Ghostbusters car. I like that it's got an Ecto 1 license plate and New York, because that's where the Ghostbusters are from. And looking around the other side, you can also see that we've got another license plate, another logo, and obviously this whole shape here is very accurate to the car. This car is very accurate. Whoever designed this did a very good job. I really enjoyed this build. And in here we've got the ladder, and that's on the vehicle as well. Now, I didn't take the time to bother to check how accurate the top part was, but it looks pretty accurate. I haven't really, gone into detail looking at the top of a car in a picture, so I couldn't say for sure, but I also do remember seeing the hose coming up, and obviously we've got a lot of lights and things like that. Now, the ladder does come all the way up, so they can get up on top of stuff. Let me just zoom out so you can see that a little bit better. So the ladder does come up, and they can climb things and get up there. And I notice that when I do turn the ladder, you also see this thing here turning as well. And I guess this is sort of, like a radar type of thing or something. And I'll go into that once we get into the inside of the vehicle. But on top, it's basically just a bunch of, I forget the word for it. But there's a word for putting Lego in places to just fill space. It's not really needed. It's just there to fill space and make it look cool. I believe that's what a lot of this is. Again, I don't know how accurate the top is, but I was having trouble finding a good detailed picture of the top of the actual vehicle. But I do remember that the ladder was there, this big antenna. Everything else looks pretty accurate, so that's really nice. We've got lights and all sorts of little things. We've got a lot of smooth pieces as well, so I really like that the outside of the vehicle is quite smooth instead of, got the bumps on it and stuff like that. I like that look. I think it looks really nice. We got windows all the way around, and so we got a lot of window pieces, a lot of clear and see-through pieces. I got some fingerprints on there, but anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the vehicle, and this just pops off very easily. It only connects with these 4 things, so it's very easy to take on and off. And as you can see, when I do take it off, this thing goes from this position to that position. So on the inside, maybe that radar thing that was on the hood might show up right there on this printed decal. Other than that, though, there's not a whole lot of room. The steering wheel is in the middle, and I remember watching the cartoons when I was a kid, and the steering wheel was on the left, so that's not very accurate, but I think that's okay. If I really wanted to do anything about it, I'm sure I could find pieces and swap that out if I wanted, but I'm not too worried about it. I like how these windows were put in sideways. As you can see, they can actually move, and that's because they are on these hinges right here. As you can see, if I move this, and now we can have a top. So we've got a glass top, and who's to say that the Ghostbusters didn't ride around like that some days? I mean, if I had this car, I might. It looks pretty cool. So overall, guys, I'm really impressed and really happy with the set. It was $60, so it's a little bit high in price, especially for the amount of pieces. But you do get some really awesome minifigs with their backpacks and custom, stuff with the Ghostbusters, things like that. There's a lot of things on here, a lot of really good pieces. So I personally think it's worth the money, but it is pretty high for the amount of pieces, in my opinion. So anyways, guys, this is the Lego Ghostbusters car. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.